Welcome to Anime Recaps. In this video, we will explain One Punch Man, Season 1. This anime tells the story about Saitama, a superhero who can defeat any opponent with a single punch, but seeks to find a worthy opponent after growing bored by a lack of challenge due to his overwhelming strength. Will he be able to find his worthy opponent, and will their battle be legendary? Let's find out in One Punch Man Season 1. One Punch Man Season 1 tells about the life of an ordinary young man named Saitama. At the age of 25, initially, Saitama was just an unemployed man, but one day, something happened that changed his life. This story begins when Saitama is busy doing many job interviews to get a job. After many interviews he went to, he still failed. One day, on his way home after the interview, Saitama met a large monster resembling a crab. The crab monster claimed to have killed many people who got in his way. Saitama, who at that time was desperate because he had not got a job, seemed resigned and was not afraid of anything. He didn't even feel afraid that the crab monster would kill and eat him. Seeing Saitama's blank look made the monster unmotivated. The crab monster refused to kill Saitama. Then, the monster went and said that he was targeting and wanted to kill the double chin boy. After that, Saitama continued his journey to return home. Coincidentally, Saitama met the double chin boy that the monster had been looking for. At first, Saitama didn't care, but after the monster appeared, Saitama changed his mind and saved the boy. Saitama didn't want the crab monster to kill the boy. He then fought the monster with all his might. After a fairly fierce battle, Saitama managed to defeat the crab monster. He pulled the monster's eye and slammed the monster to the ground until the monster died. After that fight, Saitama felt he had found his true self. He has a desire to become a hero and save others. Therefore, Saitama trained hard for months to be able to increase his strength. He did a lot of sports and exercises to get even stronger. After a year of training, Saitama finally got his strength. But at the same time, he also experienced baldness on his head as a consequence of the power he gained. Saitama has now been able to defeat the enemy with just one hit. The pollution monster became the first monster that Saitama faced after he obtained his power. Saitama can easily defeat the pollution monster with one very hard hit. Next, Saitama has to deal with the giant monster. The giant monster was originally an ordinary man obsessed with superpowers. Because of his greed, the man drank a liquid that could turn him into a giant. Although Saitama lost in size, but with the strength he has, Saitama can easily defeat the giant monster. Saitama flew at high speed towards the monster's head and defeated the monster with one hard blow to the face. One day, Saitama begins to realize that a part of him is missing. He could no longer feel any emotions. Since he could easily defeat any monster, he became dispassionate and felt completely empty. Saitama couldn't feel anger and fear when facing the monsters he was fighting, in contrast to his former self, who could still feel fear and anger when defeating the crab monster. Saitama, who is now very stiff and doesn't have any emotions, misses his old self. He wanted to be able to feel alive again, where he could feel the tension, anger, and courage by fighting the monsters. One day, in the city of Z, the city where Saitama lived, there was a very deadly mosquito attack. Mosquito attacks can cause livestock to die and can cause humans to die. It turned out that this attack was caused by a monster named the Mosquito Monster. This monster invaded the entire city and caused chaos. Xenos, a young hero who knows this, immediately looks for the Mosquito Monster. After Xenos managed to find the monster, he fought with all his strength but was overwhelmed. The Mosquito Monster was too strong for Xenos to defeat alone. Just as Xenos was nearly killed by the monster, Saitama came and defeated the monster with one blow. Xenos was amazed by Saitama's power and wanted to become his disciple. Xenos then asked Saitama if he was willing to be his teacher, and Saitama subconsciously agreed. Saitama was surprised by the answer he said himself because he didn't really want to be anyone's teacher. Saitama, who was already willing to become Xenos' teacher, finally invited Xenos to live with him. The existence of Xenos can actually make Saitama's life better, and Saitama doesn't feel emptiness anymore. Sometime after, Saitama's house was suddenly attacked by three monsters at once. Insect Monster, Lion Monster, and Gorilla Monster came and attacked Saitama's house. Saitama and Xenos could easily defeat the three monsters with their combined strength. One of the monsters said that all the monsters that came to attack Saitama were monsters ruled from the House of Evolution. The Evolution House is a laboratory owned by a genetic scientist named Genis. Genis develops research by doing genetic engineering so that he can create various monsters with superpowers. Even the mosquito monster that previously attacked the city of Z is also one of the monsters sent by Genis. Genis deliberately sent monsters to attack Saitama because Saitama had succeeded in defeating the mosquito monster of his creation. Genis became obsessed with Saitama's power and wanted to do some research into it. After learning about the House of Evolution, Saitama and Xenos went to the laboratory. The two of them destroyed the entire laboratory building with one explosion. After the building was blown up, they discovered the location of the real House of Evolution. The main laboratory was underground behind the building. There, Saitama and Xenos have to face the strongest monster ever created by Genis. Even though Xenos was seriously injured, Saitama was finally able to defeat the monster with the power of one punch. Genis couldn't believe that his strongest monster could be easily defeated by Saitama. After Genis saw all the monsters he created destroyed, Genis lost his ambition to continue his research. As we know, Saitama's super strength comes from hard work, discipline, and determination, while the monsters created by Genis are the result of genetic engineering. This is certainly proof that true strength comes from training that is carried out continuously and is obtained over a long time, not from instant genetic engineering. One time, there was a gang called the Heavens Gang led by a man named Hammerhead. This group contains a collection of men with bald heads and iron armor. They want social equality in society, where everyone does not need to work to survive. They also criticize the capitalist system which only benefits the rich, while the poor suffers even more. The Heaven Gang made a commotion in the middle of the city. They started its protest by destroying large buildings owned by rich people. The action carried out by the Heaven Gang group became viral on national television media. The media also builds up the stereotype that bald people are dangerous people. This makes Saitama tense and frustrated. Saitama doesn't want this mess to get any worse. He finally decided to find the Heaven Gang group and defeat them, so the bad stereotype of bald people doesn't spread. On the other hand, there is a man named Sonic who works as a bodyguard for one of the richest people in Z City named Zeniru. Sonic manages to find the Heaven Gang group and begins to finish them off one by one. In the middle of the fight, Hammerhead managed to escape and save himself into the forest. But in the middle of the forest, Saitama managed to find him. Saitama had beaten Hammerhead until all the iron armor on his body was destroyed. It turns out that Saitama forgave Hammerhead and let him go because Saitama knew that Hammerhead was actually a good person. Before leaving, Hammerhead had promised that he wouldn't make any more trouble. Sonic then meets Saitama and thinks Saitama is part of the Heavens Gang. Without thinking, Sonic immediately attacked Saitama with his sword, but Saitama managed to restrain him. Saitama did not put up any resistance at all and only took defensive measures. Sonic is overwhelmed against Saitama and decides to run after he warns him that he will defeat Saitama one day. After that incident, Saitama told Xenos about his troubles. Saitama felt that all his services to the society by defeating many monsters were never recognized, even though he had worked hard to become a true hero, and also the fact that the media spread stereotypes about bald people that make him look like a criminal. Xenos then suggests Saitama to register with the Hero Association so he can be recognized as an official hero. Hearing that, Saitama decided to invite Xenos to register together. The two immediately registered and took the physical test. They pass all the physical tests with ease and get the assessment results to be able to know which class they will enter. Xenos belongs to the S-Class Hero category, the highest class of all the classes in the Hero Association, while Saitama is in the C-Class category. Xenos could easily fall into the S-Class category because he had previously managed to destroy the House of Evolution. However, the Hero Association did not know that Saitama was actually the one who destroyed the House of Evolution. Even though he is in Class C, Saitama is still happy because he can become a hero who is recognized by society. Later, Saitama learns that the founder of the Hero Association is the grandfather of the child he once saved from the crab monster attack. In the following days, Saitama and Xenos do training by competing against each other. Saitama is not too serious and only uses a little of his strength. Saitama has acknowledged that the power of Xenos has increased greatly. When Xenos forced Saitama to take him seriously, Saitama showed the power of his punches. Xenos was very surprised by Saitama's immense punch power. Xenos now realizes that Saitama is on a much higher level than himself. Saitama was previously unaware that C-Class heroes had an obligation to remain registered with the Hero Association. Class C heroes have to fight low-level crimes such as robbery and theft every week. Heroes who are not actively carrying out their duties will be expelled from the Hero Association. After knowing this, Saitama immediately went around the city center to look for petty crimes, but he couldn't find it. One day when Saitama was in the middle of the city, he met Sonic who had previously attacked him. Sonic is still curious about Saitama's power. Sonic wants to compete against Saitama to find out how much power Saitama has. Suddenly, a C-class hero named Tank Top Tiger appeared. Tank Top Tiger plans to use Saitama so that he can level up. It turned out that for the past few days, Saitama was suspected by the local community because he was often running around the city. But before Tank Top Tiger can fight Saitama, Sonic beats Tank Top Tiger first until he faints. Sonic then makes a fuss to be able to provoke Saitama's anger and can compete with him. Seeing Sonic blow up nearby buildings and endanger the local community, Saitama immediately defeats Sonic. Saitama held Sonic with his hands without taking any punches. In a short time, Saitama managed to make Sonic faint. Saitama handed Sonic over to the Hero Association office for arrest, and Saitama managed to complete his duty. A few weeks later, the Hero Association had detected a meteor that was about to fall on Z City. They then asked S-Class heroes to destroy the meteor before it reached Earth. But none of the heroes could do it, not even Xenos could block the meteor despite using all his strength. The entire town population was eventually evacuated to a safer place. Before the meteor reached Z City, Saitama came and destroyed the meteor with one blow. The result of the meteor explosion destroyed several buildings, but there were no casualties. Saitama managed to save the city of Z from the meteor disaster. Unexpectedly, the response of the residents of City Z after all the things that Saitama had done was not very good. They blamed Saitama for the damage done to Z City. Saitama is furious to hear that, but Xenos manages to calm him down. Xenos is the only person who appreciates Saitama's hard work in saving Z City. Xenos is also the only person who can understand Saitama's feelings and respect him. A new threat appears in the opposite city, namely the J City. In the J City appears a Sea King monster who has extraordinary strength. Xenos and Saitama immediately rushed to the J City. They both ran as fast as possible even though the distance that must be covered to get to the city was quite far. Meanwhile, several heroes in the J City are trying to fight the Sea King monster. There are class heroes named Stinger and Inazumax who try to defeat the monster but both fail. Next, there are S-class heroes named Puri Puri Prisoner and Sonic who are also trying to defeat the monster, but both of them are also overwhelmed. Even Sonic with his super speed still failed to defeat the Sea King monster. After it rained, the monster became even stronger. The Sea King monster came to the residents' evacuation center and tried to kill the residents there, but was stopped by Xenos. Xenos was desperately trying to defeat the monster. He even sacrificed himself to be able to save the civilians who were there until he was seriously injured. Shortly after, Saitama came and directly confronted the Sea King monster. Saitama, with one powerful punch, can easily defeat the sea monster. After Saitama managed to defeat the sea monster, Saitama rose to rank 1 in the Class C hero category. Therefore, Saitama was offered by the Hero Association to be able to advance to Class B. Saitama finally entered as a Class B hero with a rank of 101. A few days later, the Hero Association gathered some of the strongest heroes in S-Class. The heroes invited to the gathering included Puri Puri Prisoner ranked 17, Xenos ranked 16, Metal Bat ranked 15, Tank Top Master ranked 14, Flashy Flash ranked 13, Watchdog Man ranked 12, Super Alloy Darkshine ranked 11, Pig God ranked 10, Drive Knight ranked 9, Zombiman ranked 8, King ranked 7, Child Emperor ranked 5, Atomic Samurai ranked 4, Silverfang ranked 3, and Tatsumaki ranked 2. Those who couldn't attend were Metal Knight rank 6 and Blast rank 1. Saitama also attended the meeting because there were 2 S-Class heroes who invited him, namely Xenos and Silverfang. They were all gathered because the Hero Association had just detected that a powerful monster from outer space was about to invade Earth. Not long after, a spaceship came to invade the Earth and launched missiles in various directions. Saitama immediately went towards it and slipped inside. Meanwhile, Xenos and the other heroes are fighting against the aliens. The aliens have the ability to regenerate, so that once their bodies are destroyed, they can recover. Fortunately, Metal Bat realized the weakness of the aliens. There is a blue marble inside the alien that controls the aliens. Metal Bat then tells the other heroes to destroy all the blue marbles inside the aliens. Saitama managed to sneak into the plane and meet the leader of the aliens. The leader is named Boros. He is the strongest alien that is difficult for anyone to beat. As everything becomes so easy to beat, Boros gets bored and wants to look for a bigger challenge. Boros received a prophecy that there is a human on Earth who have the same power as him, so he invades the Earth to find that person. He does all that so he can feel the tension of war again because he is tired of being too strong. Hearing that, Saitama quickly attacked Boros first, but the attack was only capable of destroying Boros' armor. Boros counterattacked with all the strength he had until Saitama was thrown to the moon. Saitama returns to Earth and throws his strongest punch at Boros. Boros was defeated until he lay helpless. After the fight is over, Metal Knight transports the wreckage of the spaceship to its research laboratory to develop humanity's weapons technology. The Hero Association then built a new base with a stronger fortress. The moral that can be taken from this anime is that true strength does not come instantly, but is obtained from strong determination, hard work, and high discipline.